And away we go. Alright. Somebody's watching. Who's that that's watching? Daddy-O. Shout out to Daddy-O. How about those Newcastle Knights, eh? 4 from 5, baby. Kia ora, my friends. How do you do? I, Benny Ward, am here in the garden for another cold open. This is MML 152. Getting excitingly close to the 3-year anniversary of Monday Morning Live. Today, as always, we'll do live gardening. We're planting on some broccoli, which I joke around with my kids is my favourite food. It's not really, it's pizza. Broccoli is probably my favourite vegetable to grow. Not necessarily my favourite vegetable to eat, that's corn, but broccoli my favourite vegetable to grow, and so we're planting some on. And we're going to start the great broccoli experiment of 2026. I'll tell you about that shortly. Hey Corbin. We will take a look back at the week that was, including an update on rehearsals for Shakespeare in Love. We'll play What's in the Bag, and today we're playing a sort of a combination of What's in the Bag and Breakfast with Benny, enjoying something that I got from the Marlborough Farmers Market. We'll have a few jokes along the way, all those things and many more are coming up right here, right now, on the Pod of Thunder and Gardening Monday Morning Live. Let's kick off with an update on rehearsals for Shakespeare in Love. Just a quick note. This is the t-shirt, the crew t-shirt that we got for Shakespeare in Love. Cool little design on the back. Now, speaking of back, if this looks backwards to you, that means you're not watching on YouTube, and you should be, to enjoy the full widescreen version of Monday Morning Live. Rehearsals are going really well. We've moved into dress rehearsal mode, so we're in our full costumes. We've had the band move in, so there's live music playing throughout the play. We've had the band, we've had the lighting crews come in. Most of the set is designed now. And more than anything, it's just unbelievably cool. Walking around backstage, there's blue light so that it's not noticeable from the auditorium. And it's just so cool now getting to sort of think, where do I go in between my scenes? Where do I come on and off the stage? Where do I need to be during each scene? So really going well. You can see me, Shakespeare in Love, from April 15th at the Boathouse Theatre here in Blenheim. So rehearsal's going well. Had a great day yesterday at the Marlborough Farmers Market, celebrating Easter. Happy Easter to everybody out there. Or if you don't believe in chocolate, happy long weekend. Great time at the Marlborough Farmers Market. We had the old-fashioned egg and spoon race. What else did we have? Oh, we had an Easter egg hunt where we hid these little plastic eggs all around the market, and people could find those eggs and bring them to exchange for a chocolate egg. And we had a colouring in competition. Now, speaking of being in a play and a colouring in competition, why was the actor not very good at colouring in? Because he was always going over the lines. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. There were 2 jokes that I thought of. The other one was, why is an actor always getting into car accidents? Because he's always going over the lines. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. I don't know, either of those jokes are funny. Let me know in the comments. Shout out to Renee, thanks for watching. Great time at the Farmers Market, celebrating Easter. Great time with the rehearsals for Shakespeare in Love. School holidays have started. Daylight savings has finished. I don't know if anybody got thrown out with the time difference. I'm trying to think, you've either been sitting there waiting for an hour for Monday Morning Live to start, or you're going to be tuning in an hour late. It's all different these days. My watch doesn't change automatically, but my phone does, which is good, because you don't have to remember the old thing of, spring forward, fall back. What else has happened last week? School holidays. There's another term's come to an end. Great time on the farm. Planting on silver beet at the farm. Speaking of planting on, let's do live gardening. Today we're planting on broccoli seedlings. These broccoli we sowed 3 weeks ago here on Monday Morning Live. We sowed them into these jiffy pellets, and we learned that if you use hot water to soak your jiffy pellets in, they puff up so much faster than just cold water. So there's a wee tip. But today we're planting more, and we're going to be doing the great broccoli experiment. So we've got 3 broccoli seedlings that are identical, and we're going to grow them in 3 different ways. We're going to use a top dressing. So we've got 3 pots here, and I've used just a blank jiffy pellet just to make a little hole. And what we can do then is we can just take one of our seedlings and pop it straight in that hole. Firm it down a little bit. Now we're going to top dress each of these with, in fact we're going to top dress 2 of them, and we're going to use one as a control. So doing experiments, it's always good to have a control. And the key thing with doing any sort of experimentation in the garden is to have more or less the same conditions except for one. And that one condition is a top dressing. Get this. We've been growing swan plants for the monarch butterflies to lay their eggs and grow their caterpillars. And I've collected a whole bunch of frass. Now frass is like the droppings of an insect. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to top dress 2 of these. One of them I'm not going to use any top dressing. So just pop that in there. We've got our little labels here. That one's got a 0 on it. So there's no top dressing for that one. This has got 1/3 and this has got 2/3. So we're going to basically have no top dressing, 1/3 strength and 2/3 strength top dressing. Difficult to say. So we're going to pop that one in. And we're going to use our wooden spoon, because Farley knows the Knights aren't going to use it this year. And we're going to put 1/3 of our frass into this pot with this broccoli. 1/3. Top dressing. Then we're going to, it's going to leave us 2/3. So this one's twice the strength, because as we know, 2 lots of 1/3 is 2/3. Half of 2/3 is 1/3. I'm no mathematician, but that should make sense. And as we water these, that frass will all the nutrient will soak down into the soil, and we'll see the difference in growing our 3 different broccolis. The great broccoli experiment of 26. It's one thing being an hour out without a saying, it's a whole different thing being a whole year out. Right, the week ahead, more dress rehearsals. So we're almost doing a full run every night now, and on Sunday we're doing 2 full runs. It's actually really cool to do the full play from start to finish. Speaking of finish, we're getting close to it here on Monday Morning Live. Let's play What's in the Bag. What's in the Bag today doubles as Breakfast with Benny, because I've worked out that watching me eat on live TV is not the most exciting thing. Let's play What's in the Bag. Thanks to my good friend Margaret McHugh, Gourmet Deli. She had her last week for a wee while at the farmer's market. This is a blueberry and lemon curd scone. And you'd think that this would be the time where I'd have 1 or 2 jokes about lemons. The only one I could really think of. Why is a lemon so helpful? Because it provides lemonade. No? The relentless pursuit of a funny joke on a Monday morning. The pursuit continues. We're going to try some of the scone right now. Soft. Almost fluffy. And certainly very tasty. Right, what haven't we done? Oh! Our broccoli. What do we do when we plant something new? We give it some water. Because you can never underestimate the value of water. And we do so using the Benny's 6100 series spritzer. Available in the gift shop. Why not buy 2? Right, now we've definitely remembered to do everything. Thank you everybody for tuning in. And thank you to everybody who tunes into my YouTube channel, Monday Morning Live. You can see me there anytime you want. You can see me on TikTok and Instagram at iBennyWard. You can see me in a little over a week's time in Shakespeare in Love at the Boathouse Theatre. You can see me every Sunday morning at the Marlborough Farmers Market. And I will see you next time in the garden, because diamonds are forever, and so is Monday Morning Live. Have a good time?